So now I told you about Bluetooth, and again, actually first just starting the car. To start this car, you have to keep in mind this power button here. If you push it down without the brake pushed in, the car will not start. You have to have the brake pushed. You have to have your foot on the brake for it to even start. And you don't have to hold down the power button to start it. You just basically push it once, and the car will turn on. Now I went ahead and I know that you had asked about the option to make it only beep once when it goes in reverse. That's actually an option that has to be taken care of through the service department, and they were actually able to do that for you. So as you can see, I'm going to put it in reverse, and I'll be quiet so you can hear the one beep. And that's it. So we're actually in reverse right now, and no continuous beeping to annoy the dickens out of you. Also, one thing you'll notice on the nav display, that will turn on the rear backup camera, which is only on in reverse. Now, if you're not familiar with the Priuses, you do have a couple of things here. Obviously, down and drive to drive the car forward. Up and over and up is for reverse, and then down basically as a actually, I'll have to look a little bit more into that because I don't remember what the B does. So let me look that up, and I'll include that in the email. But any questions, please let me know as we go along. And then there isn't a button there isn't a shift for the park button. You have to actually push that to park the car. All right, so first let's go over Bluetooth real quick. Over here are your Bluetooth controls for the steering wheel, along with your voice command here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn the radio on. We'll leave it right there. And what you'll notice is the actual microphone to the Bluetooth is located basically up in the dash, so that you can talk without even moving around. They can hear you very well whenever you do make a phone call. Now, whenever you do get a phone call coming in, it'll actually turn off the radio and basically let you make the phone call. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pair it to my phone so that you know what it sounds like and what it actually is like to pair with Bluetooth. Now, I have a BlackBerry, so the pairing is going to be a little bit different as far as what you push on your phone, but it's going to be the exact same when you pair on your phone. So what I'm going to do, there's a couple things you can do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit the off hook button to basically initiate the phone setup. And here it is right here. You'll see this menu. It says there's no phone connected. Would you like to connect a phone? Then you go ahead and hit yes. It is a touch screen. And the way Bluetooth works, if you're not familiar with it, is whatever device you use, or whatever device that you use for Bluetooth, it has to look for your phone first and then make your phone look for that device. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to set it so that my phone will look for the device. And it's going to be something, I don't know if you can see that. It's going to be something like that where it's going to say searching for devices. I don't know if you can see that too well. It's going to say one found. And then basically what it's going to do, you have this passcode here, and you don't need to write that down. It'll actually be the same for everything. And once your phone finds a device, it says select device, and it'll say car multimedia, just like it does right there. And I'll go ahead and I'll hit enter, and then it'll say enter numeric passkey for the car multimedia. So here's your passcode, so it's just going to be 1212, and then just hit enter. And then it's going to be paired. Basically, you can see here it's connecting, and now we are connected. Now, if you have a iPhone, I know one thing that can be a problem with Bluetooth is every time you get in the car, it's going to ask you for a connection. There is a little, basically whenever you connect the phone, it's going to have a little menu pop up. It's going to have a little area at the bottom. It's going to say, "Would you like to accept this connection?" And at the bottom, you're going to see yes or no, and then underneath that, you're going to say, there's going to be a little box that says, "Do not ask this again." You want to make sure that you have that area checked and then say yes, accept the connection, so that automatically every time you get in the car, it accepts the connection. If you have any questions about that or have problems pairing, please let me know. Now, as I told you before, you can import contacts. I'm not going to do this, so it'll be easier for you. From the phone screen, if you hit the contacts button, it says the phone book is empty, would you like to transfer new contacts? If you hit yes, it'll automatically transfer my phone contacts into the phone book of the car, so that voice dialing is a lot easier. Excuse me. So basically, gonna make it a lot easier. Now, anytime you want to make a phone call, we are going to go ahead and we're going to call the dealership. There's two ways you can do it. First, you can hit the voice commands.
After the beep, please say a command such as go home, destination, phone, audio, or command list.
Phone.
Phone. Say a command such as dial by number, dial by name, redial, call back, or connect phone.
Dial by number.
Dial by number. Say the phone number using single digits
keep in mind how I say the number. You got to do it quick without a lot of breaks. 931-388-3006.
931.
You see it actually hears the number very well. Just got to make sure to say it to the point where it doesn't say a lot of
otherwise continue
breaks in
adding
between.
numbers, or say dial, alternate 1, alternate 2, or go back.
And basically you can, I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that. Now the voice command will work with the nav as well as with the Bluetooth, just to make sure you understand that. If you have any questions about Bluetooth, please ask. I'll be happy to help. But that was one way you can dial. The other way is you can do it kind of manually. Push the off hook button, and then that's when you're going to bring up the touch screen. I wouldn't recommend that when the car's in motion. I would recommend using the voice command if you can. If you could hear pretty well, you heard it say you can do a dial by name. That would only be able to be used if you can get your contacts, your phone book transferred from your phone to the car. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind. Let's see, trying to think of anything else. As far as Bluetooth, that's kind of it for the most part. I can't really think of anything else to do with that. You do have some general buttons over here to deal with. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete my phone from let's see, from your menu here, so that I can get rid of so that I can make it so that you guys can connect a little bit easier. So I'm just going to remove the phone that I just added. Make sure you want to remove this phone. I'm going to hit yes. Okay. Keep in mind, a lot of this you'll find a lot easier once you actually just play around with it for a little bit. But please, if you have any questions, let me know.